Gone. Yes, he's out. That's beautifully bowled. Hayden out for a duck. Certainly Ambrose makes the big difference for the West Indies.
Well, it's a wonderful piece of bowling. Using the bounce here at the Wacker. A lot of inexperienced bowlers come to Perth and see the bounce and want to bang the ball in. Curtly Ambrose has been here often enough to know that you must pitch it up and let the bounce work for you. Look how long this ball's in the air. Brian Lara is a long way back at first slip. The ball's just got there now. Matthew Hayden's about a third of the way down the pitch before he's out. And look at Curtly Ambrose. Didn't he enjoy that? Not so Matthew Hayden. Out for naught. Australia 1 for none.
Ian Bishop to take up the attack from the members' end. It's well fielded. Chance for run out. Oh, if he hit the stumps, he would have been gone. He's calling for the fader, but surely he's home. The throw was high. Jimmy Adams did well. If he'd been over the top of the bails, Taylor would have been in real strife.
Chanderpaul, the fieldsman, probably the best of the outfielders in the West Indies side. Made good ground. Blewett was going on the shot. He called straight away. He thought it was through. Chanderpaul, a good save. Throws from on the ground. As Bill said, a direct hit would have had him in trouble, but otherwise I think he's safe. No, in fact, I don't think we're going to like that.
He doesn't need a run out, but he's run out for the second time. So it's now 2 for 7.
It's nicely played away, just flicked away on the onside. Yes, and that one going for 4. It's a lovely shot. Well, that's well bowled too, but it's nicely played as well. He made sure he kept that one down. The gullies and the slips are all waiting for an edge, but he's managed to get it down through that vacant area between slip and gully, and it's rolled away to the fence for 4. So 4 more to Blewett.
And at the members' end, it's now going to be Phil Simmons with his medium fast deliveries. Inside edge, Phil Simmons has got the breakthrough, and Greg Blewett, having done all the hard work against the frontline bowlers, is very annoyed that the change bowler has got him.
Indeed he has, and with one that looked as though it cut back quite sharply. Didn't to the naked eye appear to swing, but we can see that on the replay. It's jagged back off one of those cracks there and gone a long way, so much so that Courtney Brown, the keeper, has had to go a good 2 or 3 yards down the leg side there to take the catch. 17 for Greg Blewett, and it's 3 for 45.
That's wide, it's out. Big Nick, wide and swinging further away. Steve Waugh couldn't resist the temptation. Hasn't been one of the better series for Steve Waugh so far. In recent years, he's been the stalwart of the Australian batting lineup. But for some reason or other, he's just struggled a bit this summer, and it hasn't always been the good ball that's got him out.
No, he got out to a shocker in Adelaide, and this one, had he had his time again, I don't think he'd have been playing at that. Although you've got a score, and he reckoned that was there to cut.
In the air, but through the gully again. It was in the air all the way past the ring of fieldsmen. It was a catchable height, but Mark Waugh found the gap, and that's raced away for another boundary. That's what he was trying to do, and the mid-off position is wide open. That'll be a nice little confidence booster for Michael Bevan.
Oh, he's whacked that one away beautifully, picked that one up off his legs, and it's disappeared at about 45 degrees to the fence. And that daring bowl there to him was so good.
This time it's through the gap. That'll race away to 4. That was well played. Soft hands. It's the second boundary for Michael Bevan. Firstly off Curtly Ambrose, this time off Walsh. That brings up the 50 partnership. Good steadier for Australia.
It's going to be Carl Hooper now to bowl in place of the skipper, Courtney Walsh, who's off the field with injury.
It's a nice shot. Into the gap. Bishop the chaser. Going to bring up 50 for Mark Waugh. That's a fine knock. Over bowled, it's 4 for 106.
very fast on that side of the ground. Once it gets through the field, all the time you're chasing it, you think, I'm going to get this, and you finish up further away from it than when you started.
And that's well hit. That brings up the 100 partnership in fine style. A 6.
Excellent partnership between these two. They are very good players of spin, Mark Waugh and Michael Bevan. Not many times this summer have we seen those signs. Very powerfully hit and very straight.
And there's a half century for Michael Bevan. Don't feel like, Michael, you won't offend me.
Unfortunately, you're not the only one listening here. But certainly a very good half century by Michael Bevan. Came out with his team in desperate trouble.
On, well caught. Curtly Ambrose strikes again. Mark Waugh's gone for 79. Well caught a third slip. That was a wicket the West Indies needed, and the Grace fast bowler has produced once again.
The West Indians have struck just after the tea break. They've got rid of Mark Waugh. What a wicket this is for them. Mark Waugh out caught by Campbell off the bowling of Ambrose for 79.
That's a bad ball, and he's found the gap. It's wide, and it could go all the way. Chanderpaul trying hard, but they're going to the rope. And Simmons just taking the pressure off here. Here we beautiful on drive. That's 4. Only about Ian Hill. He always plays his shots regardless of the situation. Got him! Oh, what a bowler. Knocked him over as clean as a whistle. Straight through Healy through bat and pad. At 6 for 186 in the West Indies right in this test match.
Yes, great bowling that was. Pitched outside off stump. May have nipped back a little bit, but it seemed to me that Healy was just late on it, and the off stump went back a long way. Lovely bowling.
Out! He's got 2! Yes! He's caught it on the third attempt. He's on a hat-trick. Can you believe that? In, out, in, out. What a bowler.
Yeah, it looked as if it was down, didn't it? It was in, it was out, it was in again, it was out, and then at last he got it. Well, that's 5 for Ambrose. Let's have a look. Here we go. Bounced. Out it went. In. Little juggle. 2, 3, and that was it. Dead. Got him. Well, in the fingertips at the end of the day.
In comes Ambrose. Well played by Warren. An excellent over. 7 for 186.
Michael Bevan making the most of it. Very confident shot. It's a good shot from Michael Bevan. Very strong in that area. Medium pace of Phil Simmons isn't going to worry him too much. Pitches up wide of off stump from around the wicket, and that's just playing into the hands of Michael Bevan. Over the top, that'll be 4 runs. That brings up to 200 for Australia. 7 for 203. Michael Bevan just using the bounce, helps it on its way. 7 for 203.
Ian Bishop.
And taken by the wicketkeeper. Yes, Shane Warne across a long way. Umpire Willie's given him out. Warne seems a little bemused by it all. But I must admit, sitting here from the commentary box, I thought he'd got a nick.
That's too wide. And even if Bickle couldn't bat, he's quite likely to smash that away through the covers. As it is, he's quite a useful number 10.
In the air, that's got him. That's out. Caught. Well caught too. That is a quick delivery. It was almost a furious ball. After the one that went past third slip, it hit the outside edge of the bat, went flying in the direction of the wicketkeeper, and Brown latched onto that one. Good catch. So Glenn McGrath is the new batsman. He's the number 11 for the Australian side. Oh, it's gone. Yes, it's all over. Unfortunately, he's given him out court, and what a great disappointment that is for Michael Bevan and indeed for Glenn McGrath.
So Mark Taylor seemingly unable to take a trick, being superbly run out by Shandapol with a little help from Adams as the Aussies were bundled out inside a day. Only Mark Waugh with a stylish 79 and the informed Bevan, again not out with 87, got among the runs in Australia's total of 243. The West Indians, meanwhile, were spearheaded by the rejuvenated Ambrose. He finished with the figures of 5 for 43. Ian Bishop claimed 3 wickets and Phil Simmons got Blewett with an absolute blinder.
Bounce in front of third slip. Shane Warne. Good genuine Nick McGrath's not happy. He was looking to hit that with a bit of bat then, trying to drive. Rifle going to regulation field of 3 slips of gully at bat pad. There's a breakthrough. Campbell gets an edge. Rifle breaks through for Australia. It's 1 for 30.
That's a good piece of bowling from Rifle. Kept the pressure on Campbell by keeping the ball just angling in towards off stump, and then a little bit of movement in the air and off the pitch was enough to take the outside edge. Sherwin Campbell struggling after a good start to the series. He's out for 21. The West Indies 1 for 30.
It's in the air, it's going down towards fine leg, and it's out. Well, that really was straight down his throat. Good bouncer, that one, actually. He bowls a very straight, useful bouncer. Very often it's not that short. That's brought a smile to the face of Glenn McGrath.
It's 2 for 43.
So Brian Lara is the new batsman, and he really does create some excitement in cricket grounds whenever he arrives at the crease.
Robert Samuels on 20. Lara is 10. Samuels finds the gap this time. Boundaries and not much else in his batting.
Not a bad shot, that. He likes it on the drive.
Once again, Lara doing what he should do, putting it in front of square and getting the boundary, and that boundary brings up the 100.
Who's had a go at that one too, and that's running away down towards the fence as well. And it won't get cut off. So 8 runs off that over, and the West Indians move on to 2 for 105.
Paul Rifle coming back into the attack. It's 4. And Samuels loves that off drive. That's a beauty. Robert Samuels coming of age here at the Wacker. He really did struggle early on, but full credit to him. That's it hard in the pitch. That's 4. That's a class act. He banged that into the pitch, bounced out of Bevan's head. Glorious straight off drive. Stephen Moore to come into the attack, the partnership breaker. There he goes. It brings up the second 50 on the trot for Brian Lara. He loves that pull shot. This has been a top innings and brings up the 100 partnership as well.
Andy Bickle is on now. He's taken over from Paul Rifle.
That's a heck of a good shot. And 50 for Robert Samuels. Probably the best shot he's played square of the wicket. And he's very, very happy about getting that 50.
Likes them out there as well. That's brilliantly struck by Brian Lara. And once more, value for shots for Brian Lara. Here he goes. That's his 100. Magnificent shot. And a fitting way to bring up a very fine 100 for Brian Lara. His 8th Test century. His 2nd against Australia. And his 6th outside the West Indies. And big hug from his teammate.
It's going to be Shane Warne to continue. No wicket for 12, his figures at the moment.
Well struck, but he may get a Indies in trouble if they hit. Safely home, and that's 5. The first 5 of the match. The backup wasn't there quick enough. It was worth the throw. Everything running for the West Indies. We go for 6. It's a long, long hit. And it's all the way. Tony Gregg picked it. It was a beautiful use of the feet. He's really after Shane Warne. That's a glorious throw.
Yes, they've pushed the man off at mid-off, so what does he do? He goes over the top of mid-on. Certainly pretty courageous batting, this.
Cop that. See what you can do about that one, Shane. That's a glorious straight drive, and the crowd loving it. Brings up the 200 partnership, and didn't Lara enjoy that? It's gone, he's caught behind, Warne breaks through. Looked like a top spinner at the end of a great knock. Lara out for 132.
Well, that's good catching as well. They really do combine beautifully. That's the end of a fantastic innings by Brian Lara. That little variation around the wicket, bringing him right forward. And all he succeeded in doing there is getting an edge onto that one, and it was beautifully taken by Healy. That's the end of a great knock.
Carl Hooper comes in after a 208-run partnership between Samuels and Brian Lara. And that's a cracking shot, and that's 4. That's a ripper.
Perhaps he's going to take over now. I don't see many better shots than that one either. That's just a little wide outside off stump.
Goes to pull shot. High, wide of off stump. Gives him too much time to look at it and too much room to play it. Carl Hooper's been around too long to miss out on those opportunities. Cut! His appeal and he's out. It's hit the pad. It must have gone straight up from the pad onto the glove or the bat and flicked forward to Mark Waugh. Mark Waugh was always interested in that. Robert Samuels absolutely devastated. He's done a great job here for his team today, and he can't believe his luck to get out in such an unfortunate manner, having done all the hard work, supported Brian Lara all day, and wouldn't that blow you?
4 for 275.
Jimmy Adams is the new batsman, another left-hander in this West Indies lineup. The Bickle continuing with the old ball. Again, the pull shot from Carl Hooper. Too short from Andy Bickle.
This occasion he goes for the square drive. Coming into the draft, but the Shine is going to take it to the boundary rope. New ball coming off the bat quite quickly.
Oh, big appeal there for caught behind. He's given him out too. Yes, he's given him out caught behind. I think everyone realised that was the end of that, and that was a little, I think, wishful thinking glance down the pitch there by Jimmy Adams. A little faint nick on that one, I think, and he was given out by umpire Hare. Let's have another look at it.
Jimmy Adams looking to play that right across the onside where there are so many gaps. That ball was short and heading in the other direction, heading towards the slip cordon. Seemed to take the bottom edge on the way through. Jimmy Adams didn't look that disappointed when he was given out. It's 5 for 331.
In the air, got him. No trouble at all. He doesn't drop catches like that one. One for the drive outside off stump. Big deflection. And Mark Waugh hangs on to it. No trouble at all. So Courtney Brown, the wicketkeeper, is the new batsman, replacing Phil Simmons, who's made 3 ducks. In the air, got him. Well, that's warm that time. Rifle striking, and another duck on that West Indian scorecard. This time Courtney Brown caught in the slip cordon. Well, they're falling over like flies now.
Wickets are coming fast and furious. Courtney Brown failing to keep that one down. Not a great deal of movement, just extra bounce. Shane Warne, the man, perhaps you could say the first of the 2 gullies. He is a bit wide in that position. And the wickets are really tumbling now. Another duck. No addition to the score, while Carl Hooper stands at the outer end watching. It's 7 for 332.
Carl Hooper, 48, 9 boundaries. He's only faced 64 deliveries. That's 4. Doesn't need to get 1 for that. Brings up 50 for Carl Hooper. Fine knock. Beautifully played.
Carl Hooper on strike. Gone. Healy taking a good catch. So that's an important breakthrough. Paul Rifle, who bowled particularly well last night, has made the early breakthrough for Australia.
Carl Hooper will be very disappointed with that. He would have been hoping to stay there for quite a while this morning and just put a bit more pressure on the Australians by extending this lead. This one, pitching, didn't hit any of the cracks, just a little bit wide and going further away, and it was really regulation catching practice for Ian Healy, so 8 for 359.
In the air, that's it, got him. Taylor doesn't drop those, no trouble at all. That was a shortish delivery. It bounced more than he anticipated, I reckon, and it lobbed nicely to Taylor, and he latched onto it, no trouble at all. So a little shake of the head there as he disappears off the ground, and 5 wickets for Paul Rifle.
Well, not too happy with that, Ian Bishop. That ball did climb on him very, very steeply indeed. And he was in pretty good position. Tried to get the bat out of the way, but just succeeded in feathering it, really, to Mark Taylor. 9 for 367.
Oh, he's hit that one well. That's going down the ground for 4. Lovely shot by Ambrose. Just leaning back, not exactly getting into line with it, but he blasted it through the offside for 4. Shane Warne is going to be brought into the attack from the members' end. That's very clever. And the question is asked, this may well be out. According to the reaction there of Healy and Hayden, they're walking off the ground. They reckon it's all over. Well, this is very clever stuff. We saw him try this yesterday, actually. A little backhander at the stumps. The Australian players reckon it's all over. The umpire has called for a replay. Let's have another look at it.
That was sensational by Ian Healy. They'll look one way, throw the other way. Oh, he got his bat stuck. Should have easily got in, but he got his bat stuck in a crack. That's what's happened.
So, out, run out, and Ambrose can't believe it.
The West Indies finally bowled out for 384, with Lara's innings the highlight, with support, of course, from Samuels and Hooper, while Healy's quick thinking and a large dose of luck removed Ambrose. For the bowlers, Paul Rifle took the honours, with support from Shane Warne and Glenn McGrath.
If you want some idea of what sort of a pitch this is, you should keep that in your video library. That will give you the perfect idea.
Well, Ian Bishop is very upset. He says, that's not my fault. It hit the crack.
Curtly Ambrose again. And gone. Mark Taylor is gone. Beautifully bowled. That is as good a delivery as you will see. I reckon on replay we'll see that has started round about middle and off, and then found the outside edge and gone through to wicket-keeper Courtney Brown. Beautifully bowled. Had to be played at, and found the edge.
Well, I think this certainly shows that Curtly Ambrose is a great fast bowler. Anyone who had doubts before, those 2 deliveries, the one before just beating the outside edge, and then immediately putting it exactly where you should. It's 1 for 7.
It's a good shot. That's a positive straight. Well played, that's 4. Bowled him a grubber, that's terrible. What a terrible pitch. That went along the ground, bowled for a duck. It's 2 for 17.
Well, that was very accurate bowling from Curtly Ambrose. He hit right on the crack that is staring Greg Blewett in the face, and it smashed into the base of off stump. Greg Blewett had absolutely no chance with that. Look where it pitches, right on the crack, bang. And, well, it hit at least 3 centimetres up. Australia are in trouble with 2 wickets gone, with just 17 on the board.
Grant's fine. Could go all the way, it does. Mark Wall plays natural game. He's very strong with his pads. And Bishop just letting Ambrose down a bit in the spell, not concentrating on line and length, spraying the ball all over the place. Cracking shot, that's 4.
Another no ball when perilously close to the gully fieldsman. Would have been insult to injury had he picked up another wicket from a no ball.
Courtney Walsh, the bowler.
That's in the air and caught behind off the glove or inside edge. That one has absolutely taken off. It was a very good catch from Courtney Brown. He's had a bit of trouble with the gloves from time to time, but he's done a brilliant bit of diving and catching there. And unfortunately for Australia, Mark Waugh has copped a good one.
He's done a Jeff Dujon there. That was sensational. Mark Waugh caught Brown, bowled Walsh for 9, 3 for 43.
Got it, yes, caught. Second slip, very well taken by Hooper. That's out. I think that the umpire's going to go and check with the square leg umpire to see. But no, it's not. It's on his way, so that's all over. Well, that was a good catch, actually. It went very low and very fast as well. Nicely taken at second slip. So Michael Bevan is the new batsman. He played very well in the first innings. Tremendous fighting innings. And he's going to have his work cut out here too. In the air and through the slip cordon. That was well bowled. It's gone to the fence for 4. Just a little bit lucky, that one. It hit the edge of the bat, but stayed down.
Courtney Walsh. That's safe, but not quite where he intended.
It's well driven, that could go for 4. Michael Bevan getting the full face of the bat. It's the over bowled. It's 4 for 79. It's gone. Yes, he's caught this time. Beautiful bowling. That's 5 for 84. Bevan pushing forward, straight to Simmons. Beautiful performance by Captain Walsh. Perfect line and length.
That's why they reinforced rather, the slip cordon. Good line, good length, just slanting across the body. Courtney Walsh, as I said, not really bowling quickly, but putting the ball in the right spot. Good control. And Bevan departs. With Simmons, the man doing the catching, it's 5 for 84.
Good shot by Healy. The injured Ambrose, the fielder, won't get that. Pulls up early, and that's the way Ian Healy plays. Walsh continues to Ian Healy. 3 slips, silly point, short leg. Goes for 4. Getting onto his pads. He's a very good strike of the ball, Ian Healy. Walsh just drifting into the pads, just losing his line. This time he's on his pads again. It's poorly bowled. That's 4 more. Beautifully timed by Healy, coming out with the side in trouble. 5 for 84. That's close. Got in. Yes. Good enough for a shot. It's always very, very dangerous. The arm ball coming on. Hayden adjudged LB for 47. A fine piece of bowling.
It's always going to be very dangerous padding up to those deliveries just outside the off stump from Carl Hooper. He does drift the ball in. Look at this. Pitching going straight on. Absolutely no turn there at all. Matthew Hayden wouldn't have known if the ball was going to hit those cracks and turn. And Darrell here had no doubt. None of the West Indians had any doubt either. It's 6 for 105.
Rifle quite wisely deciding he's going to deal with anything that's not in the danger area. Shouts of catch it. Jimmy Adams is going to do exactly that. That one hitting high on the blade, right up near the splice of the bat, and providing Jimmy Adams with a very simple offering.
Well, Paul Rifle was intent on playing some shots. I think he was a little bit concerned about the short pitch deliveries and decided that anything that was short was going to go. It was probably too straight for him. That was the problem in the end. Jimmy Adams, always difficult coming over the shoulder like that, but really, a player of his ability should take those all the time. So, from the Australian point of view, things looking pretty sick.
Well, 7 down now for Australia as Shane Warne arrives at the crease. Oh, that's a lovely shot. Right off the middle of the bat. A couple of bounces across the rope. And Australia reducing that lead now to 21. No ball is the call, and it'll be 4 to Shane Warne. And that's the right approach. Guts of catch it, and Shivnarine Chanderpaul does that. The ball didn't quite come on there. Healy was looking to thrash it over. Well, not even cover, I don't think. It was looking more for the mid-off area. And Courtney Walsh has picked up his 5th victim.
Well, Ian Healy was doing the right thing. He was looking to be aggressive. Anything short, he was going to try and put it away. That was just a little bit too straight for him, and then when it hit the pitch, it went further towards off stump. I think he was going to try and pull it, basically, was his first instinct. And in the end, when it straightened up, he was forced to try and push it away on the offside, and all he managed to do was get it as far as Chanderpaul.
That's 8 for 133, Australia.
Andrew Bickle is the batsman. Australians trailing by 8 with 2 wickets in hand.
In the air and over the top. Well, I think he may have got a finger on that one. It went very quickly. No ball called again, and he's hit that one through the offside field. It's running away down towards the fence at extra cover. It'll go all the way for 4. And what's more, it's another no ball.
Lead by 37. That's gone over the top, and there'll be 4 more. Well, that's what happens when the tailenders get going. Runs from everywhere.
Ian Bishop back into the attack.
Top edge, the man's down there. It's going to go over the top. He's under it. It's caught it. So that's the end. Finally, they break through. A very good innings by Andy Bickle. This time he's gone for the hook shot, and Bishop picks up his first wicket.
I think the policy had to be attack. Anything short, he had to have a go. He gave himself a little bit of room then. Got a top edge. And had there been a bit more on it, it may well have got over the fence, but Samuel's taking a good catch down there. And Bishop gets his first wicket. Andy Bickle out for 18, caught a fine leg, 9 for 188.
Cracks it through, cover for 4. He went for the Yorker, it was well played. It goes, down the third man, could be caught. Simmons catches it, that's the end, worn out. A very well made 30. It's Australia bowled out for 195.
Well, a debacle is about the only way to describe the Australian innings, with both Blewett and Mark Waugh being victims of the dodgy batting surface. Pick of the bunch was Matt Hayden with a gutsy knock that deserved a half-century, while Warne and new chum Bickle made a valuable contribution with a 55-run partnership to give the Windies some sort of a total to chase. As for Mark Taylor, well, his misery at the crease continued, as did the raising of a few eyebrows. For the Windies, Walsh, well, he bowled with injury and within himself to take 5 wickets, while fast bowling offsiders Ambrose and Bishop each grabbed 2. Just 54 was needed to claim a victory for the West Indies.
Up and over. I don't think Campbell's going to be hanging around. If the ball's there to be hit, he's going to be hitting it.
There's the sort of stroke you play in these circumstances. Anything that's up to the bat, have a dash at it, try and hit it down the ground, and it's produced 4 runs.
That's where he likes them.
Oh, that is a good shot. He's really decided to finish this quickly. Robert Samuels, that was hit extremely well. He's certainly aiming at hitting the winning runs. I think there's a bit of a message in this batting. Andy Bickle is being brought into the attack. That's another 4. The West Indies now powering home to victory. They won't take home the Frank Worrell Trophy. They will have the satisfaction of making it a 3-2 series. And that's going to be another 4. So there's no messing around here. There's no room for mishaps. They're going to get this over very quickly. Oh, that's a good shot. Sherwin Campbell has hit it for 4, avoided the stumps, and, well, this is like a one-day match here at the moment. And that's the winning run. It may even go to the boundary. No, it's going to pull up. Keeps trickling. A bit of run on that green. So, in fact, it will count as a 4. So Robert Samuels does indeed hit the winning runs.